Pick Lisa's or Lena's stationery and school supplies set. Welcome to Quizzer Fairy. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to spread cuteness. Which one do you like more? Which one brings you happiness? Which one is prettier? Pick your favorite items. Which one looks cuter to you? Which collection do you like better? Which one do you think is more fun? Time to choose Lisa's or Lena's items. Which one makes your desk look cooler? Which set looks more fun? Which one would you enjoy using more? Which one do you think is cuter? Which one do you find more adorable? Pick one, pick one. Which one would you choose? Don't miss out, hit subscribe for more cute and aesthetic content. Would you prefer Lisa or Lena? Which one is more endearing to you? It's time to pick just one option. Which one do you think is more lovable? What's your preference? Which one do you find more sweet? Which one feels more like you? Select Lisa or Lena. Which one looks more cute to you? Choose your favorite. Subscribe to Quizzer Fairy and brighten your feed. Which one catches your interest? Which one do you think is the cutest? Time to make a choice. Lisa or Lena? Out of these options, which one appeals to you the most? Choose between Lisa or Lena. Out of these options, which one appeals to you the most? Lisa or Lena? Lisa or Lena? Which one do you favor? Which one makes you happiest? Which one do you favor? This or that? Lisa or Lena, which one gets your vote? Pick Lisa or Lena. Which one stands out to you? Which one do you love more? Which one do you find more sweet? Which one do you think is more precious? Which one makes you happiest? Which one do you think is more charming? Decide between Lisa or Lena. Which one do you think is more awesome? Which one would you rather have? Which one would you go for? Do you prefer Lisa or Lena? Which one do you think is the prettiest? Make sure you're subscribed for the latest updates and fun videos. Which one do you like the most? Can you pick your favorite? Which one brings you joy? Which one is prettier? Which one would you rather go with? Can you choose between Lisa or Lena? Which one makes you smile more? Which one do you think is cuter? Which one brings you happiness? Choose your favorite. Which one would you add to your collection? Choose your favorite. Which one do you favor? This or that? Prefer Lisa or Lena? Which would you choose? Which one do you think is more fun? Time to choose Lisa's or Lena's items. Which one makes your desk look cooler? Would you rather? Which one do you prefer? Choose between Lisa or Lena. Which one do you like best? Which one makes you happiest? Which one would you rather choose? Which one looks more cute to you? Which one do you enjoy more? Which one do you think is cooler? Which one do you think is more charming? Decide between Lisa or Lena. Which one do you think is more awesome? Pick your favorite items. Which one do you like more? Lisa or Lena? Out of these options, which one appeals to you the most? Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest videos. Which collection do you like better? Which one do you think is more fun? Time to choose Lisa's or Lena's items. Which one makes your desk look cooler? Which set looks more fun? Which one would you enjoy using more? Would you rather choose Lisa or Lena? Which one do you think is cuter? Which one do you find more adorable? Pick one. Subscribe to Quizzer Fairy and enjoy all things cute and aesthetic. Which one would you choose? Would you prefer Lisa or Lena? Which one do you prefer? Which one catches your eye? Which one is your favorite? Pick Lisa or Lena. Which one stands out to you? Which one do you love more? Which one looks better to you? Lisa or Lena, which one gets your vote? Which one is more to your taste? Which one do you like more? Which one do you find more appealing? Which one do you think looks nicer? Lisa or Lena, which one do you prefer? Which one is more stylish? Which one would you rather choose? Which one do you enjoy more? Lisa or Lena? Which one do you find more delightful? Make your choice. Which one is more your style? Pick your favorite items. Which one do you think is more lovable? Which one do you like best? Which one do you think is cooler? Which one do you think is more charming? Decide between Lisa or Lena. Which one catches your interest? Which one do you think is the cutest? Time to make a choice. Which one do you find more sweet? Which one looks cuter to you? Choose between Lisa or Lena. Choose between Lisa or Lena. Lisa or Lena? What's your preference? Which one looks more cute to you? Select Lisa or Lena. Which one looks better to you? Which one do you think is more precious? Which one is more endearing to you? It's time to pick just one option. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe and dive into the enchanting world of Lisa and Lena Choices. Keep shining bright. Thank you for watching.